Ahmadiyat Zindabad, Ahmadiyat Zindabad, Ahmadiyat Zindabad, Ahmadiyat Zindabad.
Ahmadiyya, Assalamu alaikum. Our Vice President, Mr. Chairman, please permit me to stand on existing protocols after mentioning our Vice President. I humble myself to say that I was the very first indigenous Leonean graduate teacher at the Ahmadiyya Secondary School here in Freetown, 1969, just after graduation from private college. I joined the teaching staff. There it was all Pakistani, but I chose to go to Ahmadiyya. I didn't attend the school as a pupil. I went to Jimmy Secondary School, Junior School, and Bow School, then to Frabe College. But I chose to go to Ahmadiyya, and I learned beautiful lessons from Ahmadiyya. I bring a goodwill message as Victor Foh, yes. But I made my message of us really, Sierra. I like to look at the country as our country, our only God-given country. The Ahmadiyyas have beautiful, beautiful mottos. Love for all, hatred for none. And the Ahmadiyyas are a very humble people. Very humble. Here they have created for us this venue. We have our paramount chiefs, revered paramount chiefs. We have the governing party, the government of the day. We have people coming from the government of yesterday. We have the Interreligious Council. The Interreligious Council, those of our people who bring us together, who teach us moral lessons. That is one thing the Ahmadiyyas are known for. And I say thank you, Amir, and all of Ahmadiyya for the beautiful moral lessons you continue to teach all of us as a country. From our religious leaders, we are getting religious tolerance. A commodity we can even export. Please continue, Ahmadiyya, and the Interreligious Council, our paramount chiefs, our pupils in the Ahmadiyya schools. Let us be tolerant. Let us preach peace. And let us inculcate and practice peace. Let us hold our country in peace. Let us throw away violence. The Ahmadiyyas have taught us to be humble and peaceful. They have brought health. They contributed so much to Ebola. And they are contributing so much to COVID-19. I thank you, Ahmadiyya, for what you are doing towards those. The moral lessons you teach us take us away from naivety. They take us into the good path of politics. Every human being is a politician. We are political animals, but we must be direct. And we must know and follow the principles of Allah. We are told, and we read, that power comes from Allah. And that is what the Ahmadiyyas teach us. Power comes from Allah. And the power game is like a cricket match. When you are bowled out, you give way to somebody else to come in. Or a game of musical chairs. When you cannot find the chair, give way peacefully. And that is what I've always said, and that's what I do. And that is why I bow down to the Vice President, who is here representing our President. The president, I am told, is unavoidably absent. He's a very peaceful man. When the war was raging, he fought as a soldier. I doff my hat to all soldiers of this country who fought to bring peace to our country. And to again our religious leaders. I keep saying that because I come from, I would say with humility, a religious background. The bishops, the reverends, and the reverends, and the reverends. I stand in the middle. I'm not a reverend. So I doff my hat to them for always preaching peace and religious tolerance. I commend again the Interreligious Council. Please continue. Continue to work with the Ahmadis for peace in our country. And please, to the younger generation, this is your time. Don't rush to grab it. Learn to march towards it. But this is your time. So we, the elders, I believe through the Ahmadis, through this venue, we must be prepared to give way to the younger folks. The Ahmadiyas teach us that the gender must be respected. Thank you, Ahmadiyya, for bringing forward the women folk. They are our mothers. Thank you for bringing forward our children. We must empathize with them. We must teach them the moral lessons. So thank you, our mothers on that side. We respect you. We have always said, Sierra Leone is our only God-given country. And we must hold it with a lot of dignity and respect. And the Ahmadiyya mission, the school where I taught, 6970, that was the lesson I learned. They even used the cane to put the children straight. I think that was love they showed them. It was not hate. And that's in their motto, love for all and hatred for none. So before wasting too much time, whilst I again recognize those who brought peace to this country, I again sympathize with those who suffered at the hands of the war. So many paramount chiefs suffered. So many. So our paramount chiefs, I sympathize with you for the role you continue to play to maintain peace. Your duty is not a child's play. With great humility, without naming names, I think our very Minister of Social Welfare, who comes from a ruling house, father suffered a terrible fate. So we hope all of us as Sierra Leoneans will continue to work for peace. And let us stop tearing ourselves apart. Democracy is a beautiful political philosophy and ideology. But if it is overplayed, it's like saying you go east. Far east, you are found in the west. And you turn it the other way around. You go west. Very far west, you find yourself in the east. So in the game of democracy, I want to use this platform, Mr. Chairman and our Vice President, that we must love one another. And we must be respectful to one another. And we must sympathize with one another. Here is a beautiful venue today. The mosque, the church. You don't discriminate. Everybody comes to worship. You don't ask, why are you here? The mosque, the church. I see this venue so colorful, so very nice, so beautiful. So Ahmadiyya, 100 years in Sierra Leone. I've been with you from 1969, 70, over 50 years. And I pray to Allah that I continue to be with you, and I continue to demonstrate to our country, in my own humble way, very humble way that power comes from Allah. When it is your turn, play it well. When it is not your turn, leave others to play the game. I thank you.
Ahmadiyat Zindabad. Ahmadiyat Zindabad.